resurrection and keeping the legend of KISS alive for us, because without you, this whole KISS experience wouldn't be here today. Thank you for that.
Well,
I'm very honorable.
I want to say thank you, but at the same time, if I didn't do it, if somebody else wasn't here, it'd be. I mean, if it wasn't me, it'd be somebody else. I've always been very realistic about that.
But you were very gracious about the whole situation with the reunion tour. You didn't have to handle it in that manner. So I want to give you that.
You don't really have a choice. And one thing I learned is you may not like some of the things, some of the things that happen, but at the same time, you may also, I always figure you don't burn bridges.
Right.
Even if you get mad at people, there's no reason to burn bridges, because like you never know what the future holds. And my theory held true, because then they asked me to a few different times. As you know, this is my third go around with the band. So I've always kept a good relationship with Gene and Paul, even though I don't always agree with some of the choices they make or the way they choose to do certain things. But that's okay, it's their band. Like Gene always told me, you want to do things your own way, then you go start your own band. And something, he's right. But he's like, in their opinion, it's their band, and they're going to do it the way they want to do it. And they're not going to let other people try to tell them how to run their business. And I think we all have to respect that. Some of you may own your own businesses, and you probably have employees that start trying to tell you how they think you should be running your business, and you probably go, no.
Well, the real question was, we want to try to find out today, which we don't know whether or not you're going to give us anything on it. We want some juice on it. Is new material with KISS? Are you guys in the studio or planning on going into the studio to make a new KISS?
Not solo record.
Not solo record.
You almost said it.
Solo's good though. That would be a good idea too. But a new studio record. It gets a little nervous, a lot of people here.
I wish we would, and I hope we do. So I'm going to keep an open mind, and that there's always maybe the possibility, but it hasn't been discussed. Gene would say one thing, and then Paul's like, "Oh, I don't have any interest in making a record because nobody buys records, nobody seems to care." But I think I've read. Didn't Paul say something not that long ago? But now he seems to be receptive to it. So when I heard that, he didn't say anything. I just read it in an interview. So I thought, okay, then maybe he's having a change of heart, because it does take a lot of time and work to make a record. When people are younger, you got to remember, when bands first start off, usually their first record, they've been working for a long time before they all of a sudden they go in the studio and bang it out really quickly. But most of the time they've been honing those songs and that material for a long period of time. And you have a lot of energy to have an outpouring of creativity when you're younger. Then all of a sudden they get sidetracked with families, kids, and just life in general, and all that. You talk to most people that are older, they'll probably tell you that it's hard for them to come up with a bunch of new songs. When they were younger, they could come up at the blink of an eye. But